BBC Three Counties Radio. Nick Coffer with you until 3 o'clock today. Now, last year a 17-year-old from Stevenage left behind a world of swimwear and whistles to compete in BBC One's The Voice. Aleks Josh sailed through the blind auditions to get a place with script frontman Danny O'Donoghue. He was the one in the den. Well, it's some months since we saw Aleks on our screen, so what's he up to now? And he is here with me now. Aleks, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
I have to, before we even talk about The Voice and I have to say hello to Ella.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, let me explain why. We get a number of approaches here on the station in various forms. People phone us, email us, and usually it's either the person in question or maybe their management or their PR. And we got this email from Ella, who I'm sure is listening now, so hello Ella. And it was beautifully written, and she was saying how great you are and how we should have you on the show. And I then had a very lovely email exchange with her until I realised that she was basically just a young 12 or 13-year-old fan of yours, and she'd had the initiative to get in touch. I think that was brilliant.
Yeah, no, she's a lovely girl. Yeah, bless her.
You've got an army of people out there batting for your cause.
Yeah, no, they are. Fair play to all of them. I mean, it's hard to get around there still, and I'm still trying. I've done the EP. I've toured with Ollie Murs and The Wanted, and supported them. And but it's now about just getting out there. And so fair play to Ella.
Yeah, fair play to Ella, and Ella. I think a career in PR or management beckons with that kind of courage. So, I watched it. I'm a bit of an addict when it comes to TV reality shows. For me, there was one problem with the show.
Yeah.
And that was the best part of it was the blind
jazz.
Yeah, it was the blind auditions. So it was The Voice. So it was here I am. You don't know what I look like. You don't know that I'm Kerry Ellis.
Yeah.
Well, not me personally, but you don't know who's singing, and you're rating it on The Voice.
Yeah.
After that, it was kind of unfair because it then became a normal reality TV show. Did you sense that from taking part?
Maybe, yeah. No, I do. The good thing about it at the start, and what made me, feel like, this is the one to do, was the whole, you're only being judged on your voice, and as a singer, that's all you should be sort of judged on, And but then, as you say, after the spinny chairs and the gimmick, it kind of was just another, in your words.
For anyone, I'm not gonna, don't worry, I won't quote you on it. For anyone who didn't see you in the show, how did it go for you once you went past the spinning chairs? What happened?
I did reasonably alright, I guess. I had the choice out of Will.i.am and Danny, and I chose Danny.
Why? You see, I spent the first 3 weeks of the show wondering who Danny was.
To be honest with you, it's not that I don't know. I just felt like, he'd be the better option.
And you're in a TV studio with cameras and lights, and it's hardly an environment that most of us would know how to deal with. Okay, I've got to choose between two great stars.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I wanted Tom Jones, but so it didn't really. To be honest, it didn't really. Without sounding rude, it didn't really matter to me. But yeah,
you didn't have your first choice.
Yeah.
I tell you what, give us a sense of what it's actually like to be on these shows. The reason I ask this is it's very easy for armchair critics like me to say that a singer's rubbish and something's not right. I think it probably takes quite a lot of courage, even just to fill out the application form. Am I right?
It does. I mean, you got to think as well. I mean, like you're singing in front of. At the time, I mean, you don't really. It doesn't really go through your head like how many people you're actually singing to. But it's in millions. So it's like a 17-year-old lad has just sung in front of millions of people. It's kind of after you've done it, that's when you sort of get like, oh wow, what have I just done?
When people criticise, it's like, well, try doing it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, well, haters gonna hate,
Why did you enter in the first place?
It's a amazing platform at the end of the day. It's probably not the most ideal. Personally, it wasn't the most ideal idea for me to do a TV talent show. But I mean, at the end of the day, the platform is gigantic, and you can't moan about it. So.
Now, I tell you what, we'll come on to talk about your big plan now that you've stopped being a lifeguard
Ray Riley and Scripps Riley, and yeah, I hope you like it. It's really chilled out. It's bossa nova. Yeah.
That's rather lovely. It is very, very mellow. It's called Cruise. You said it's bossa nova.
Yeah.
Very, very relaxed. I was expecting something a little bit more urban, a little bit more edgy, but
I'm a very chilled out man.
I think that is rather lovely. I'd love to know what you thought of it. If you enjoyed Aleks Josh's song there, send us a text. Let's give a little bit of support to our Stephen who's singing here. 81333 is the text number. You can start your text with 3CR, leave a gap, and then write your message. What do you think of Cruise? So I thought it was rather nice. Coming up on Saturday at midday, it's the Weekend Kitchen. You know the score by now with the Weekend Kitchen. 2 hours absolutely ram-packed with brilliant recipes for you to cook at home. And this week is no different. We've got a lamb tagine, we've got chicken kebabs, we've got treacle top, we've got wonderful things for you. Plus, we're looking at pressure cookers. I've got Catherine Phipps coming in. She has written a book all about pressure cookers and how to cook with them. And if you're anything like my mum or a number of people I know, you've got a pressure cooker and you maybe don't even know half of the things you can do in your pressure cooker. Well, Catherine will be bringing in some brilliant recipes on Saturday and also giving us the versions that you can make if you don't have a pressure cooker at home. And before me on Saturday, it's this.
Every Saturday morning from 9, we play the songs from your youth.
Such as the Beatles, the Rolling Stones and ABBA. So yes, you'll hear the classics, but also those surprise songs as well.
Your music, your memories.
Plus, of course, your chance to test my jukebox of 1 million records.
School's Out with Justin Dealey. Every Saturday morning from 9 on BBC Three Counties Radio. Nick Coffer.
Getting beds, hearts and bucks talking in the afternoon.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
In the company of an extremely charming young man from Stevenage, Aleks Josh. He's so charming that he's just charmed me into. He's chosen my next song here. It's just that is very rare that I let that happen, Alex. So I'm going to allow it. It is Sunshine Superman by Donovan. We will play that one. Sweet choice. That's because you've been so nice. So tell me what it's been like to play with Ollie Murs.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I played in. I think it's called. It's in Wales. It was in Wales. I don't remember I think it's short. It's Ponty. They call it Ponty or something. But yeah, that's the one.
That's one.
And yeah, that was really, really good. Thousands of people there, and it was the first time I did a gig after the show, and I got an amazing response from all the fans and stuff. So it was brilliant. And same with the Wanted as well in Gloucestershire. Yeah.
When you look at artists like that who are so hugely successful, do you look on them with envy, or do they inspire you to want to be great?
I think I'm inspired by older artists, if I'm honest. It's such as Donovan and.
Really? So how do you find those musical roots? You're 17.
I mean, I think it all started because my nan. She's a massive, enthusiastic Paul McCartney fan.
Yeah.
And when I was little, I used to get into the Beatles quite a bit, and from there, Bob Dylan and Donovan, and then I like people like Nick Drake as well, and just the oldies.
Love Nick Drake and the Badsies.
Oh, sweet.
Are you a rarity among your contemporaries, being a young man in Stevenage loving 60s, 70s music?
I mean, I've got some blues from the 30s as well, but it's. I think the only people I really know, who know everything sort of I know, is my friend Taylor. But I don't know. I think there are people that listen to it.
There is actually a serious point in here, which is that ultimately music goes around in cycles and circles. And I mean, I mentioned earlier on I played Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground. You hear them all the time in songs that are written today. Yeah. And I think if you're going to have a career as a songwriter and as a performer, to have that musical heritage is brilliant. If you've got those reference points to go all the way back to Robert Johnson in the 30s or something, then you're going to understand what makes a great tune. Because whether it's blues you love, or whether it's the Beatles, whether it's Coldplay, a great tune's a great tune. It's got a hook and it glues together and it sounds great on the radio. What's the plan?
The plan is right now I want to take some time out to develop myself as a singer, as a performer as well, and in the near future, I hope to have some gigs sorted out, maybe an album, another EP, maybe. I hope everyone.
Where can we get hold of Cruise? Is it
iTunes?
On iTunes?
Just on iTunes, yeah. Well, it's on other sites like HMV. I think you can download it as well, but I don't have the links available. I can't remember if I'm honest.
Let me tell you how to spell his name. It's Aleks, which is Aleks. Aleks Josh. You can find his latest single and EP, as he says, in all the usual places. Do you have a website, Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah, I have Twitter. It's Aleks Josh, and Facebook, Aleks Josh.
Aleks, I really, really wish you all the very best. As we always do with local artists coming in on the show, but you're a very charming young man, and I wish you all the very, very finest success.